Hello everyone, and welcome back to our weekly series of Is the Shrine Worth It? The series where we have a look at the perks and the Shrine of Secrets and see if they're really worth your 2,000 iridescent shards each. Annoyingly, we have a pretty mid shrine again this week. It seems that the meta that they're giving us is that they are giving us 1 or 2 licensed perks in the shrine at once. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. We have perks from the Knight, the Lich, Dwight, and Arella. Those perks are Nowhere to Hide, Dark Arrogance, Prove Thyself, and Do No Harm. Let's get into the survivor perks first. Our first survivor perk is Prove Thyself. For every other survivor working on a generator within 4 meters of range, gain 10% repair speed bonus. This same bonus is also applied to all other survivors within range. This is what it looks like in-game. I'm going to give Prove Thyself a 10 out of 10 in terms of its strength. This is one of the strongest perks to have ever existed in DBD. It's just generally good. It requires nothing other than for you to find a teammate and do a gen with. It's just really good. That's it, really. Unfortunately, Dwight is part of the base game, so it's very disappointing to see this in the shrine. Don't pick it up in the shrine, as you can just level him up and get this for free with your blood points instead. Our next survivor perk is Do No Harm. When you heal another survivor, for each hook state they have, heal 50% faster and gain 3% progress for succeeding great skill checks. This is what it looks like in-game. I'm going to give Do No Harm an 8 out of 10. I actually think this is a very strong perk and only helps you further into the game that you get. Arella is one of the newer survivors, so I would say it's not quite worth picking this up in the shrine. However, if you are just really impatient and don't want her to get cheaper, then I'd say you could probably pick this up in the shrine. Otherwise, I'd pick her up for your iridescent shards and get all 3 of her perks instead. Let's move on to the killer perks. Our first killer perk is Nowhere to Hide. Whenever you damage a generator, reveal the aura of all survivors standing within 24 meters of your position for 5 seconds. This is what it looks like in-game. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Nowhere to Hide gives you so much information, it's absolutely ludicrous. 24 meters is probably the exact range that you would have survivors hiding around gens and just generally trying to avoid you if you kick a gen. So really worth putting in any build. You don't need anything else to make it activate. It's good to go. The only negative is that the Knight is not licensed, so that means that it's actually better for you to pick up the Knight in full, get all 3 of his perks by leveling him up in the Blood Web instead. Our fourth and final perk is absolute crap. Dark Arrogance. Increase the duration you are blinded by any means and the duration of pallet stuns by 15%. Increases the regular vault speed by 25%. This is what it looks like in-game.
One eternity later.
I'm going to give this perk a 0 out of 10. I didn't think it was physically possible for a perk to actually make your game worse, but 25% regular vault speed is literally so useless. Even if you pair this with something else that makes your vault faster, vault builds are just not it and haven't been for many years. I think this is one of the worst perks they've introduced into the game. I think that this is kind of shows you that the game devs maybe didn't play the game when they made this, because 15% extra on pallet stuns and blinds is absolute hell, as you saw in the clip. So, even though this is a licensed perk, don't bother. There's no way that they can make this good. I personally wouldn't bother. It's just pointless. Like, you just don't need this showing up in your blood web. It's a waste of blood points. That's how much I feel about this. Okay, sorry, rant over. So to recap this week, perks that we want to stay away from are pretty much everything. Don't pick anything up. This is not the week to pick anything up. I'm really sorry to say that, but this is not it. So yeah, see you next week, and hopefully there's something good to pick up.